Discoveries of significant oil and gas deposits in East Africa has elicited enormous interest from within and beyond the region. And the inclusion of local companies in this nascent sector has emerged as one of the main areas of focus.
We're talking about the oil and gas sector, which is a highly technical and complex sector, and it's also got very high standards for safety, for health, and for environment. So the debate is, I guess, it's not so much a question of if we need local content, but it's how to do it.
Currently, oil exploration in the region is dominated by foreign companies that have the expertise and muscle to harness this resource. But as a country, does Kenya have the technical capability?
What is very interesting is that you'll find a lot of Kenyans that are working in Kuwait, that are working in other countries around the world that do have oil and are oil and gas producing. But because it's a new industry in Kenya, it needs to be harnessed here. So you'll find that those who are trained in that area are working in the markets that are fairly developed in this resource, because it is only that market that can afford their service. But now, if we start harnessing that capacity here, we'll be able to grow and afford them.
In addition, other countries in Africa have had a long history in oil and gas, and perhaps the East Africa region has an opportunity to learn a couple of lessons.
The emergence of oil and gas in Kenya should not put a stop to the other sectors. And that is one balance that must be struck. If you oversell the oil and gas industry, you can have a total migration from other sectors into oil and gas. And oil and gas can never be big enough to accommodate everybody. So the object of driving development through oil and gas is to run away from that cash-driven and revenue-driven approach that many countries have used.
The lessons that we need to learn from Nigeria is how not to do it so that it happens that way, and we can learn from other parts of the world into how to do it so that it benefits everybody. Yeah, we've made a good start. Of course, the key is policy. They've got a couple of policy papers that are expected to be in Parliament by October, and this will address the issue of how much the government gets, what the government disperses, what they get into, and to just ensure that it's not an individual benefit but a country benefit.
Experts in the sector share recommendations on how the Kenyan government can utilize revenues accrued from the sector once commercialized.
Where is the national debate and the discussion of where that money goes? Is there a future fund? How much of it? Where does it go? Does it go into consumption? Does it go into infrastructure? Does it go into education? Does it go to stimulating the economy? Making sure that the other components of the economy are not destroyed because you've got new money coming in. It then strongly enhances your balance of payments. It makes your shilling very, very strong, and therefore makes your goods very expensive to the outside people.
Going forward, if the resource is properly harnessed and used to complement other sectors of the economy, Kenya and by extension the East Africa region can emerge as stronger economies.
The objective is not to get everybody in the country to work in the oil and gas industry. It is to get people to participate and begin to get training, begin to get the knowledge, and to begin to innovate with the technology levels in the oil and gas industry. That culture of innovation, which resides in the oil and gas industry, is a very useful tool for national development.